Hi, this is Melina, aka Jericho's Morning, and as promised, I am making the boys some finger cake. Now, this recipe I got off of, hey, Brother's gonna blow bubbles for you too. I got off a website called icanteachmychild.com or icanteachmykid.com. Something about teachingyourchild.com though. You use 1 cup flour, which I did measure, 2 cups of, or 2 tablespoons of salt, which I didn't bother to measure. I'm not big on measuring. Stir in 1.5 cups of water, which I just did, so it's kind of smooth. Then I am supposed to add 1.5 cups of hot water. I've got to just let that water run for a minute until it gets hot. And then I will be bringing this to a boil. Just kind of get it thickened up a little. And from that point, I will divide it into bowls, add some food coloring, clear everything off the table, and normally I would be doing this outside, not inside, but I'm testing the Bounty Duratowels that you saw me test earlier with cleaning the stove. Oh, it's okay. You can try to pop them.
I don't want to.
Oh, I see. Okay, here comes the hot water. 1 and 1/2 cups of hot water. Turn the stove on and let's get to boiling. Now, I don't have this camera strap adjusted very well, so hopefully I can keep it aimed well. Put the cam so you can see what I'm doing. Anyway. Now, I think you're actually supposed to do this on medium heat, but I don't like doing things slow, so I've got my heat on high. That way I can stir it up faster. And I think, with stuff like finger paint and that, it's okay to do it on high. It's quicker, so you've got to be quicker with the whisk. You can't turn your back as easily as you could with other things. And actually, what I'm going to do, I think, I want to make sure I told you the website right. So I am just going to take a quick walk into the living room and close that page out because it's annoying me with it singing. And of course, I already closed the page, but I'm just going to try to type in that URL. Like I said, I believe it was I Can Teach My Child. So if I write I should be able, oh, yep, there it is. Squeezable Homemade Finger Paint. icanteachmychild.com. So there's the website. Jenna, she's a former first grade teacher. Wow, that's who the recipe's from. Okay, awesome. And there's the homemade finger paint. And now if I can just get my computer to scroll down for me and cooperate, so I can just, did the cold water, stir till there aren't any lumps, add hot water and bring to boil. Once it's thickened, remove from heat. She says it will be kind of lumpy, so continue to whisk away until the lumps are gone. There we go. So that's what I'm going to be doing, just what you saw Jenna do. All right, here we go, back to the kitchen. Oh, honey, grab a couple paper towels and clean the bubbles up. It doesn't matter who did it. Can you give him one too? You grab one paper towel and give him another. Well, as you may or may not have just heard, the tiny one over there poured bubbles onto the floor, so Big Brother and he is going to help him clean up. Oh, yes, it's soapy. Here, wipe. Help clean up, Dimitri. So they're just going to be wiping bubbles up off the floor. This is actually a pretty typical day at our home. One mess after another being cleaned up. And normally, it's Mommy doing the cleaning up, although both boys do help some. And it's usually being done with cloth towels, with cloth rags, although sometimes I will buy the cheap paper towels. I usually buy the cheapest simply because, well, they're going to be thrown away, so why buy the expensive ones? But at the same time, that gets expensive because a mess like a whole bottle of bubbles that the boys just cleaned up with 2 Bounty Dura towels would have probably taken at least 5 or 6 of the cheap towels. And of my cloth towels, which some of my cloth rags are towels that have just gotten worn out, so I've cut into rags. Others are t-shirts, holy t-shirts of my husband's that he never throws away, so once I get sick of looking at them, I just cut them up. He hates when I do that, but there. Okay, this is not starting to boil yet, but it is getting super thick. So I am going to make a change to the recipe, and I'm going to add another cup of hot water. I'm going to turn this heat down so the water has time to get hot. Yeah, that is super, super thick. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. How to get that water hot? Grabbing a hot pad because my wonderful pan here does not have a handle. I can't right now, honey. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay, well, that's not very hot water, but I'm going to add it anyways. Hopefully, it doesn't cause too much lumping and clumping. Oh, boy. And there goes the water spilling over onto the stove. So a recommendation would be if you have a larger pan. This is a Dutch oven, not a Dutch oven, this is like a 2-quart saucepan. I would definitely, especially if you're somebody like me who likes to, whoa, yeah, spilled some over on that burner too. If you're somebody who, like me, who likes to whisk quickly and just get stuff done quickly, I would definitely recommend using at least a Dutch oven. And this still feels too thick to me, so you know what? Plus, I believe I've got some sticking to the bottom. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead, I think, well, no, actually, I guess it looks about a good consistency for finger paint. So, I guess that I am ready for step 2. Now, mind you, this is my first time ever making finger paint, so if somebody's watching this video and has some ideas of how I could do a better job next time, just shoot me a comment. I'm always willing to listen. Now, my next step is I'm going to get into this drawer here, and I'm going to grab out some yogurt cups. Here's a quick tip. My boys love to have picnics, especially the 6-year-old. The 2-year-old just loves to do whatever his brother loves to do. But my 6-year-old loves to have picnics. And he has a habit of not bringing in the glasses he takes out. So, I have started to save my yogurt cups. That way, I've always got an appropriately sized cup for a kid to drink out of, and I can always replace it easily. So, now I'm just grabbing a spoon, and I'm going to just kind of start measuring equal amounts into these cups. And while I do this, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to put a little bit, probably about 2 of these spoonfuls, like this, into each cup to start with. Then I'm going to make some food. I'm going to add some food coloring. And my plan is to do a red, a blue, a green, and a yellow, your basic colors. And then I'll look at the recipes on this box of food coloring, which the food coloring I'm using today is just Spice It. I'm not sure where this was bought from. My neighbor was kind enough to lend me some food coloring because I've already packed our food coloring away. So, after I finish the measuring and mixing and get the table set up for the boys to start finger painting, then I will come back and let you watch. So, just check back with me in a few minutes, okay? Thanks. Bye.